Hello everybody, my name's Brian, and sometimes I play Pauper, and sometimes when I play Pauper, people leave comments on those videos, and one of such stars aligning situations is someone asking if I could do the modern version of a Pauper deck that I had previously done, that being the Slivers Pauper deck. Also, Pauper fans, if you're still out there, comment on the videos, I'll make more. Anyway, this is not what the guy wanted, and I know it's not what the guy wanted. What the guy wanted was probably something that looks more like this. This is 5 color slivers, and this is a beatdown deck. This plays a whole bunch of sliver lords. This plays ways to give them flying and haste, ways to just play out a million creatures, go fly overhead, kill them, Aether Vials, because it's very much creature-based strategy. But I have 2 hours of footage here that this didn't work. As much as I want this to work, as much as I love slivers, I'm a 90s guy at heart, and these guys are the tribal people. Wizards is very, very hesitant, in my opinion, to make good slivers because they know exactly what will happen. So, okay, I had to think of a different idea here because I literally have hours of footage of me getting my butt kicked. And I still wanted to play slivers. Slivers are great, just not in a creature strategy right now because everyone is packing so much creature removal. Thank you, Modern Horizons 2 and Fury. But if that's the case, maybe we could use Modern Horizons a little bit to our advantage, a little bit more than, say, just Cloud Shredder Sliver. So this is a deck that some of you might recognize. This is a combo sliver deck, and it's not the most recent combo sliver deck, the one that plays Morophon and Sorin. And the reason I didn't go for that deck is because that deck is all in combo, and the slivers are really only there for the Cascade effect of the sliver. It's really not a sliver deck, it's just a heavy combo deck. While this is a combo deck, it still maintains enough of the sliver DNA where your win condition is Lava Belly Sliver, and it pings your opponent a million times. So let's go through this, let's play a couple of games with this, let's see if I can not go just an entire 2-hour footage of me getting my butt kicked. This is the second time I tried to record this video, so let's go ahead and see if this works any better. So pretty much like I said, we have the first sliver, which has Cascade, and all sliver spells I cast then have Cascade. So what happens there is you play the first sliver, and in an ideal world, you get a Dormant Sliver, and then you get a Lava Belly Sliver, and then a Mana Weft Sliver, and then a Gale Rider Sliver, and then an Ancestral Vision. And you get a whole bunch of cards in your hand, you can do it again. More than likely what happens is you spend the first couple of turns trying to get enough mana down to hyper out a first sliver early. Now we're playing 7, mana generating slivers, 4 Mana Weft Slivers, 3 Gemhide Slivers to turn everything into a mana dork. The Gale Rider Slivers are just there so that we have something to do turn 1 other than Sad Suspend and Ancestral Vision, also giving everything flying, not a bad thing. The 2 drops are where things get a little bit more interesting. Diffusion Sliver, which is essentially just a protection sliver. Dredgecape, which allows us to take things from our graveyard and put them back into play so we can try and combo off. The Mana Dorks we previously talked about. Unsettled Mariner, best sliver. Cloud Shredder, which gives everything haste, which is important for the combo so that when the creatures come in, they already have haste so you can tap them for mana. Hollowhead, just to loot a little bit, try and find the first sliver or Sliver Hive Lord or Sliver Legion as sort of a backup. Necrotic Sliver, which allows us to sacrifice things to blow up things, so an Ensnaring Bridge, or our own Dormant Sliver, because Dormant Sliver is important to the combo where we want to draw cards each time we play a creature, but all of our slivers get Defender. Necrotic Sliver allows us to sacrifice our own creature and swing out. Like I said, Lava Belly is part of the combo where whenever a sliver comes in, we ping our opponent for 1 and we gain 1 life. Telekinetic Slivers, which I'm mid on. I don't know if these will be here the entire video. For those of you who are just joining, I tend to do one-on-one matches as opposed to leagues in case the deck doesn't work and then tune it a little bit. But this allows you to just tap your opponent out if you kind of half comboed. And finally, like I said, the big guys. The mana pool is interesting. It doesn't have any triomes because generally you need to go off as fast as you humanly can. You really can't wait. So we have 3 untapped Shocklands. We have a Breeding Pool, a Stomping Ground, and a Temple Garden, continuing my trend of saying we have 1 more than we actually have. There's also an Overgrown Tomb. Some Misty Rainforests to grab everything. 1 Cavern of Souls, not because I don't want the other 3, I just don't physically own them, and I didn't like blowing my budget that much, considering that this is the second deck that I am playing this week to try and push this video out. 4 Secluded Courtyards, 3 Unclaimed Territories, 4 Sliver Hides. Just, again, a nice mix of things that I can fetch to play Ancestral Vision, as well as just Rainbow Lands. And finally, 1 Island and 1 Forest is basic. Blood Moon kind of blows us out of the water completely, unless we happen to have a Mana Sliver. Sliver, but it's what we have at the moment. The sideboard is kind of just set up for a little bit of everything. 4 Leyline of the Void to stop any graveyard strategies, Heroic Intervention to try and stop yourself from getting absolutely blown out by a Wrath, Necrotic Slivers in case we need to blow a bunch of stuff up, Dark Heart Slivers probably for burn and other aggro-based strategies, Harmonic Slivers in case we need to blow up a whole bunch of artifacts or enchantments, and Pithing Needles, don't leave home without them. So very, very interesting combo-y, beatdowny sort of deck, and very different from the normal Sliver deck you'll find, which is just play out the lords and try and go fast. And to kind of end my comment on why I'm doing this version of the deck as opposed to the more common lord-based version of the deck, I just couldn't win. So there's so much removal now between things like Solitude, Fury's the big one, March of Otherworldly Light, Prismatic Ending, Unholy Heat, good old-fashioned Lightning Bolt and Fatal Push, that because Ragavan is really just running amok in Modern and we've all just decided, I guess he lives here now, I had to figure out something else to do. And I don't know if this is going to work either. We might just have 2 half videos smashed together in hilarious clown music fashion to see what I could do just to get this video out. But hey, let's hop into a couple of matches, see what we can do. I mean, won't you? All right. Our opponent has won the die roll, I believe. Sure have. They've already mulliganed to 6. So what do we have here? We don't have any of our Mana Dork Slivers, but we suspend. Okay, well, we're going to learn something on match 1, game 1. Can we just win off an Ancestral Vision? I asked myself a lot about about Ancestral Vision, but let's see what our opponent does. Hopefully they don't have some sort of hand disruption. Please don't play a black land. Ooh, okay, Tron. I wonder if we definitely don't have a fast enough hand to beat Tron, especially if they turn 3 Tron. I don't know if we can, like, we would need to draw a Mana Sliver, like, right now. Nope, we drew another first sliver. Well, it's good to have those. So here's hoping we're alive by the time that goes off. Next turn, we can Unsettled Mariner. Hopefully draw ourselves a land. That would be important to start getting our 3 drops down. Okay, that's good. They didn't just have Tron turn 3. So it is just basic Tron. Okay, they're passing the turn, and we draw Please Be a Land. Please be a land. Okay, suspend ticking down. Please be a land. Gale Rider Sliver is not. We can confuse them and call that a sliver and play a not sliver. Well, technically it's an every sliver. We'll see what happens. Next turn, we need to find a land or we lose is pretty much just the long and short of it. Ancestral Vision has 3 more turns to come down. If we have to wait 3 more turns for Tron to try and kill us, it's going to be a real time. Oh, look at that. Okay, they have Tron next turn. So they have Tron next turn and 4 cards. And we're not going to draw a land and we're going to die. And I'll get a point and laugh at Brian. I'm on deck. Prove me wrong. Yay! I love being wrong. All right. So Secluded Courtyard on, of course, best type ever, Slivor. So we can put out either Lava Belly or we can put out Cloud Shredder and Gale Rider, which seems more correct. Here comes the Gale Rider. We still look like the beatdown deck, right? We don't look combo-y at all. I mean, we are dealing 4 per turn. That's not nothing, but if he comes out with a Karn, then we're just kind of screw-ed. Or an Ugin. If he Ugins, we're just kind of dead-zo. I mean, or we could draw 2 more lands top. At this point, any 2 lands gets us to first sliver, and then we start clown music. Yeah, they're going to go get the final missing piece. So we have to hope that it's not a Planeswalker. And if it is a Planeswalker, please be Karn. Oh man, it's Ugin. Neato. So all of our slivers go away. Yep, goes. So pretty much at this point, we don't do anything. Because anything that happens, they can just bolt. We did find an unclaimed territory. We put this on Sliver. We don't play out Lava Belly because it would just get eaten by Ugin. But we see what they play out next turn because there is a world where we can just cascade into a winning hand here. Get bolted. What's their next move? Karn. And they have nothing better to do than to get rid of a land, so we're officially done here. Exiles a card from our hand. Your thing, boss. I think we get rid of Lava Belly. So we're going to draw 4 cards next turn because somehow our Ancestral Recall is going to go off, which is neat. Dramatic Sphere, sure. I mean, again, we are really, you know, praying to the magic gods here that we get a land. Oh, land in the top 4 seems reasonable. Yeah, use target player. I would love to read cards. Thank you, game. All right. So that's not the worst. So let's play this out. Yes, I'd love to pay 2. Blue, green, red, white, black. Even make it uncounterable, which sure would be important later. But right now, big money, no whammies. Lava Belly cast. And the first sliver isn't actually on the field right now, so Lava Belly's not going to cascade. But sure, we'll ping our opponent here. Ping our opponent. Okay, the thing is now, though, you can just tick up Ugin and tick down Karn to get rid of first sliver. Now, we really hope that it would just be a mistake not to get rid of the first sliver, and he has 2 different ways of getting rid of it. So we're going to go ahead and hope that for some reason he thinks we're still on the attacking plan and he doesn't get rid of our creatures. But for now, we're kind of crossing our fingers that we get to keep at least the first sliver. Lava Belly is the other part of the combo, and we only have 2 more Lava Bellies in the deck. But for right now, this is the best we can really work. I don't know why why. What are they trying to draw? Are they trying to get an O-stone or something? They're just going through their deck at this point. Yeah, they found the O-stone. Great, but you can just Ugin -5 and do it. You can Karn, yeah, you can Karn that and then tick up Ugin. Okay, that's a thing. Unbeknownst to our opponent, we have 2 more first slivers in hand, so we really have the best chance of a really bad position to be in where our opponent has literally everything and we have 5 lands. And for reasons I don't understand, they haven't taken down our lands. Now, here's the thing, guys. If you're playing Tron and you have a Karn Liberated, go after your opponent's lands, because you're leaving me with 5 lands when I'm playing 5 drops is a little suspect. But let's see what we draw. Sliver Hive. Okay, so now we get to Hope Springs Eternal by suspending that. Again, white, black to green. Spin the wheel again. We really just need them to... Gale Rider comes down as our awful Cascade hit. And again, they could just take out both of our creatures here, but we're just gonna kind of hope they don't. It would be wonderful if they don't. Please don't. Okay, did it again. So next turn, we gotta hope they get green, because we have another Thragtusk. Oh no, Jingatha. I didn't even notice he put that in. So we're gonna play first sliver again, and we're gonna hope that this time, because Ugin can ultimate, they just ultimate the Ugin and try and win that way. Here comes Misty. Crack Misty. Stuff out. Forest is fine. We'll start with good old pal here. All the colors down. One more time. I don't think we're winning this game, but boy, has the Magic Gods really want us to win this game. Fusion Sliver cast. So now he has to tick. That's almost even worse, because now he has to tick down Ugin to kill everything easily. We want to hit probably an Ancestral off of this, not a Gale Rider. Oh, we hit an Ancestral. Neat. All right, I will draw 3. Okay. I mean, if we had haste, we could keep going, but we don't. So it would have been better if the first sliver was actually just, or if Diffusion Sliver was the Gale Rider sliver. Gonna blow just everything up? Please just blow everything up. That would be amazing. Oh no, they're gonna put a fate counter on something. Probably Ugin? Arn. Well, they can still exile the first sliver, and that kind of leaves us in an awful position, because that's 3 first slivers down. The chances of finding another one are absolute nil at that point. So he does ult Ugin, which is actually what we want, because we want pretty much to try and draw our way out of this, I guess, with Sliver Hive Lord and Sliver Legion are the plans now. Now, we should have been dead a long time ago. Our opponent should have blown up our lands, and we shouldn't have been able to play 3 first slivers. But our opponent's playing a little loose. Then again, they still are in a commanding position. Don't take that comment as our opponent is bad. Our opponent is definitely doing very well. It's just whew. All right. So are they not gonna? They should really get rid of first sliver with Karn. Otherwise, they're just gonna attack, into a 7/7. They're not gonna Karn. Please don't Karn my first sliver. I mean, it worked well all the other times. No, they're getting rid of it. Come on, don't pay the diffusion sliver cost. You don't want to play the diffusion sliver cost. Ugh. So 3 first slivers down. I think we put up a good fight, guys, but I don't think we're getting, unless we top deck another 5-color sliver right now, like Sliver Legion or Sliver Hive Lord, I think we're pretty donezo. We could also find the 4th first sliver, and if that's the case, that'd be hilarious. But I think we're kind of staring down an L here, at least in the first game. But we made it a lot further than I thought we would. Honestly, isn't that the whole point? Entertainment. All right. What is he doing? Karn Liberated is entered the reveal card zone. Good for Karn Liberated. Okay, and now we can please start getting rid of my lands. Please start getting rid. Exiling what? No, exiling the diffusion sliver. Dude is afraid of my 1/1s. And he didn't even get rid of the sliver that made all the other slivers mana darks. All right. How many turns do we have on? We still have 3 turns on Ancestral Recall. Oh, our other sliver died while I wasn't paying attention. I think we're super dead. But hey, maybe we could find another first sliver. Who knows? Mana Weft A. So what we do is black blue Dredgescape, and we can unearth our doodad, hang the Ugin down, because you let me do this, opponent. I don't know why. And then we could deal 2 to Karn to send a message. I mean, the message won't be, hey, we're winning this game, but we'll have a message. Okay, so bibbity bobbity. I probably shouldn't have shocked myself, because I'm just noticing the Gale Rider in the graveyard there, but oh, and it'll have haste too. That's definitely the correct thing to do, so that we can. I gotta use some colorless mana. So colorless, and now it has haste. It deals another damage to Karn, so we're gonna kill Karn. I mean, we're gonna die to his creatures, but we caused him unnecessary pain because he played loose. I don't think we win without getting some sort of first sliver or 5-color sliver. I mean, we are 34 cards deep in the deck, so those both get exiled. Oh, it's fine. Dredgescape Sliver, thank you for your service. Can we survive 2 more turns? We might survive 2 more turns. It depends on what's in their hand. If they just attack with those 2 guys, I mean, we're definitely at the point where we can block with Mana Weft. We have so many lands. All right. are you getting this? Ulamog, okay. Well, knowing our opponent, they're going to Ulamog, and they're going to target our 2 creatures instead of our lands. Yup. I mean, sure, the creatures are 1/1s, dude. They don't do anything. He's got a crunch in, which means we have to literally go runner on the sliver if we draw it. So we need the first sliver. On big money. Misty. No, Misty doesn't do it. We're done here. Okay. So against regular old Tron, so Harmonic Slivers sound great. Heroic Intervention does nothing because he's actually just exiling our stuff. Pithing Needles seem good too. What seems bad? Hollowhead's an easy cut. Dredgescape is funny. I don't know if it's good. It was certainly funny. Diffusion Sliver is not great. I think the Unsettled Mariners aren't good either. He's going to have so much mana. The Telekinetic Slivers are also easy cuts because I just don't like that personally. There's Necrotics in and try and fight them like that. I mean, I don't know if I just totally ruined the deck, but we'll see. So Cascade eating into a Pithing Needle is kind of rough, but on Magic Gods. I don't think so. Think this doesn't work at all. So let's try again. Okay. So we can keep this and put the Tomb to the bottom. We don't have any first turn play, but if we draw any of our big slivers, we're good. Now, I can hear some of you in the comments saying, why aren't I running any tutors? And the thing is, I don't have a lot of lands that actually do normal things. I have a lot of lands that are very specifically for slivers and not much more than that. Obviously, a Eldrani's Call would be good, or anything really that would help me call up the bigger slivers, but we don't really have that right now. All right, so in this scenario, we play this guy, Sliver. We play out the Cloud Shredder first, because that means all of our mana dorks next turn will just have haste, and we get to deal an extra damage. So we really want to draw in the next 2 cards, either the first Sliver or like Sliver Lord or something. Our opponent definitely has turn 3 Tron. Our opponent seems to be a longtime Tron player, so that's a thing. Sylvan Scrying. Okay, well, there's the turn 3 Tron. We don't have any land 8 at the moment. Actually, I guess Necrotic Sliver kind of does that. The next turn, do we play Necrotic? I guess we have to sandbag Necrotic Sliver. Ooh, Harmonic Sliver as well. So I think we actually have to sandbag it. Put that on Sliver and green mana weft. And I think we do play out another Sliver in case we need Necrotic to work, because Harmonic can always kill something on its own. Yeah, you know what? Get in there, Gemhide Sliver. Deal my 2 damage. So we're really set up nicely if we draw something cool. Any of our 5 drops would be great. Our opponent can't play Ugin this turn, but they can play a Karn, and if they finally go after our lands, that would be correct. It's like an O-Stone. Nice. Okay. So actually, no, not nice, because they should. Oh no, they can't blow it up now because they need 5. So what are they playing as the second one? Because now we'll just Harmonic Diffusion and blow it up. I think our opponent might have misplayed here. They might have thought they could have just played O-Stone and blown up O-Stone because they're hanging on 4 for a while. So what is their next plan? Warping Whale. Huh. Well, that's a blowout. We lose our Haste Sliver, which whatever. Chromatic Star, sure. Okay. So we actually have 2 enchantments we get to blow up still. All right. Land, please, or 5-color Sliver? Gemhide. All right. So definitely Harmonic. So those, and who cares? Play ourselves an uncounterable Sliver, blow up the O-Stone, cast Gemhide Sliver, and blow up the Expedition Map. Now the problem is our opponent still has Tron, and we lost our haste, so we couldn't Necrotic blow up a land, but that's kind of our plan next turn if they don't play Ugin. If they play Ugin, we lose everything. You know, we're just dead. Please just take an entire turn to click up Blast Zone. That'd be great. Oh my god, is that what they're doing? Yell Rider. Okay, so one of those, boy. So we have to target a artifact or enchantment, so we have to target the star, which is unfortunate because that means they get to draw. Gotta spend money anyway. The fun fact, Chromatic Sphere is the one you have to sacrifice to draw the card. Chromatic Star, it's just whenever it dies. You should really just let this go. Yeah, he wanted a green for some reason. And we'll move through the Seiju targeting Cavern of Souls. Sure, I'll take an untapped land. Absolutely, just play my Sliver, thank you. So Gale Rider can get everything. Well, I guess we'll use it as a mana. All right, so we'll just eat through the turn a little bit. Uses his mana. Are any attackers? All right, so now that we're in this phase, let's go mana, sacrifice to kill. Okay, so when playing Tron, you actually want to kill the lands that produce 2 mana, not 3, because then when he gets Tron again, he has to tap the tower in order for it to do something. So we'll just blow up the mine. He's allowed to tick up Blast Zone because he's just going to lose an entire land. Sure, you are more than welcome to make that too. All right, and we pass. So hopefully we knocked him off a Tron, something good. He can just destroy Blast Zone, which is fine because then he has has almost nothing and we can blow up another land. Land destruction's great, guys. And once he spends his mana on anything other than Blast Zone this turn, Blast Zone is no longer a threat. Although it looks like he's just popping it now. Okay, so he 2-for-1s us. But now next turn we trade in a Gale Rider Sliver for another one of his lands, and he just has 2 lands. Sounds pretty decent. There's the Lava Belly, but I still think we attack and then blow up Gale Rider. We'll just swing in, and then 1, 2, 3. Gale Rider goes away, and so does the power plant. All right, so this seems to be going well. Our opponent has 2 lands. Keeps finding lands. We need you to stop doing that, opponent. Warping Whale gets rid of the one that's not blowing up his lands. We're not blowing up the Necrotic Sliver next turn, though, so kind of need the Necrotic Sliver to keep them off of completely wrecking us. So unclaimed on Sliver again, that's fine. Those and one of those. Got our boy out here. This means next turn, if we feel like we need to blow up their lands, we can, but for right now, this is fine, and we're just pinging in. And again, this is not how this deck is supposed to work, but it's working at the moment. I mean, we're 1 land away from being able to cast 5 mana guys anyway, so I'm not terribly concerned. What's your 3-drop opponent? Oh, just putting Jingotha to hand, sure. And playing a power plant. Well, guess what I'm gonna blow up? You have warned me that I need to blow your lands up again. Ancestral Vision, okay, so, well, first thing we do is attack. Deal you 4, and then 1, 2, 3, blow up the power plant, and then suspend Ancestral Vision, because it's gonna take a few turns to close out this game, I think. But as long as we keep attacking their lands, I feel like we'll make it to game 3. Okay, they got nothing. They got a handful of a million drops. Our Ancestral Vision ticks down. We find a Misty. All right, so we'll just play the Misty. We won't even crack that. We'll just wait to see like what we want to do with that. They're down to 4. All right, come on, just pass. Don't play a land. Don't play. Oh, okay. So they're going to be able to go through a little bit. We got 3 more turns on Visions, which I don't think is going to be important. They're drawing cards now, which is never good. Oh, no, and they have an Expo map. All right, I lied. We are going to crack this. We're going to crack that so hard and get, I don't know, the Overgrown Tomb, because we don't want to draw it. Come on, something good. Show me first Sliver. Yay, we got first Sliver. This will probably get the concession, but you know what? I don't feel bad at all. All right, yay. 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 Oh, it's just a Gale Rider. Worst hit, but we have Big Boy now, so they're not gonna get Tron next turn because I can't play 2 lands. I'm pretty sure this game's over. I mean, I could be incredibly humbled pretty quick, but we'll see. Probably should have just blown up their Green Source, but we get to game 3. Yay! Yay for Sliver! All right, that was awesome. I don't think there's anything we need to change. No, I don't think so. I think everything there worked 1000% to plan. That's how I plan on winning janky beatdowns with my combo deck that I'll never combo with. All right, let's try again. Okay, so this doesn't have enough lands. Well, we can actually put Ancestral back. We don't have any blue sources, but we can get Mana Weft out turn 2, and then hopefully get a Necrotic out turn 3 and just start blowing up our creatures and destroying their Tron lands. Although, chances are we are going to lose this match just because they got to go first this last one. So what do we draw? A Pithing Needle. You don't? We're going to do something cute. This is not actually what I thought I was going to, but Expedition map. Cool. All right. I hope they really needed that Expedition map. I really hope they needed that because Pithing Needle. Yeah, buddy. All right. Yours is mine. All right. Please just pass. Just pass. Have nothing else. Okay, great. Your plan was Expedition map and I turned that off. So that works. Oh, 3 Necrotic Slivers. Neat. All right. So green, Mana Weft. Yield through the turn. We can't Necrotic and blow something up next turn because, you know, it is 3 mana to vindicate something, but we'll try our best here. Okay, so they found a land. They're just going to go get Sylvan Scrying. Okay, well, we turned them off as long as we could. So they are going to get a turn with Tron because we're not going to be able to do both at the same time. A land would be great to draw. Please deck, please land. Yes. All right, so black, white, who cares? Product. We can't actually play another creature, but we can just kind of cross our fingers and hope they don't have Ugin. If they don't have Ugin, we have a chance because we can start blowing up our Slivers to take out their Tron piece. This is Ugin. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. They got Ugin. Now, there's a world where I should name Ugin or Karn with the Pithing Needle, but I was hoping that I just completely, did their hand in. So, unfortunately, we lose all of our shit. Now, again, we get to a point where we don't even want to play, one of creatures because they just get blown up by the Ugin. That's interesting, though, because if I play out the Cloud Shredder and poke Ugin with it, it slows it down a bit. Oh, I don't have red in mana. So I can cast either a Necrotic or Gemhide, or I can do nothing, take 3 to the face at the absolute worst, and hope to draw a land next turn, which I think is what I need to do. I need to play 2 guys at the same time. So much like in game 1, at this point, we're more or less dead, but we just have to assume our opponent misplays, which allows us to kind of go for it. But if our opponent just plays tight, we've lost this match. Karn, you should really target my lands. Yep, okay, they finally, 3 games in, they finally realized how to win with Karn. So I think this game is over. We'll see what we draw, but I don't think there's a way out of this unless we draw another Pithing Needle. And there is one more in the deck. Courtyard, no, I think we're going to call that. That'll be match 1, an unfortunate loss against a very powerful deck while we're over here, you know, spinning silly wheels. But all right, let's try game 2. All right, match 2. Our opponent has won the die roll, a solid 6-1. That is how you play Magic. Now we're pod racing. Now we're keeping a hand. We're hoping real hard that we can get to turn 5. Come on, be a slow deck opponent. Be a nice slow deck. Don't be Ragavan. Don't do that. Please don't play Rag. Okay, they didn't play anything. We're just gonna play, you know, Secluded Courtyard on Sliver and pass as well. Well, we officially have it if we survive that many turns, but doing nothing for another 4 turns is not a way to win Magic, so we'll play Unsettled Mariner next turn, and hopefully it won't be our opponent ops, so that could be, this is feeling real Murktide at the moment. All right, Dashavan. Ooh, it's Storm. Okay. I think we're too slow for Storm, and I don't even think we have anything in the sideboard for them, but glad it's not Ragavan. So, Mana Weft. I think we play the Unsettled, because anything that gets played beforehand will have the ability any. So, here comes my Unsettled boy. Oops. Need a blue mana to play my Unsettled boy. I mean, it looks about as much of a sliver as anything from M14 or 15 does, so bad. Also, he can't target us with Gifts Ungiven now, because Unsettled Mariner were counter. Okay, well, that's a thing and stuff and happens. Grumble. So he's offering a trade. There is a world where this is wrong, but I feel like in this exact moment it's fine, only because we have another one in hand. So there's the trade there. You can't go off right now, I don't think. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's that exact. Another first sliver. Okay, well, we're almost there anyway. And now again, we hope the second Unsettled Mariner has problems with their mana. Well, it would have been great to play the Mana Weft Sliver. We're just not in that position right now. I gotta try and go for it. Visions. They're doing a tutor. They can kind of go off right now. 3 cards in hand. It's gonna be 4 after they find something off Visions. They're probably doing a lot of math right now. Unsettled Mariner, I guess, does kind of screw with them a little bit, because every time they try and target me with something, it costs an additional 1, which is probably why they offered the trade with Goblin Electromancer. But yeah, I probably would have just taken 2 had it not been for the fact that I had another one in my hand. Gifts Ungiven. All right. Please make the mistake and play that right now when you can't afford the Unsettled Mariner cost. This targets an opponent, right? Target opponent. Yeah. Okay. So it costs 1 more with Unsettled Mariner. I really hope they forget about that. The fact that they offered the trade with the Goblin Electromancer leads me to believe they know exactly what they're doing, but we'll try. Oh, is this like a bolt? No, it's a Desperate Ritual. Okay, so they're gonna go for it. Rape Shot. You have to pay, you pay 2 for that, right? Because each ability that targets Unsettled Mariner, it also does a thing. Yeah, it doesn't really work, does it? Do they somehow get 2 at the end of this? Oh, they still managed to deal 2 there. That's not good. They can go off next turn. Gets me for 1 off brawl. Sure, buddy. You got me. All right, so only 2 more turns. So we get another turn. We get to play the Mana Weft Sliver. Hopefully we draw something of note. Lava Belly. Sliver. We play Mana Weft or do we play Lava Belly? I feel like we play Lava Belly. We play Lava Belly because next turn we first sliver anyway. As long as our opponent doesn't get us, which 2 cards in hand, I have to assume that's a little hard. One of which being Gifts Ungiven. They have to Storm all the way to 20, which they might be able to do. Storm is one of those decks that I know a lot about. I've never actually gotten to play it though. Never put forth the money to do that. All right, so one of the cards is a Ritual. The Metamorphose redraw. Still Gifts Ungiven in hand. Okay, here's the Gifts Ungiven. We don't even win next turn, but I feel like our opponent might. I feel like they have to do a lot more math though than we have to do. All right. I feel like we want to put the 2 rituals in the bin. Past in Flames is going to happen anyway. So Anamorphy and Desperate. Anamorphose in the bin, Desperate in the bin. We just yield and our opponent might be able to. I think they should theoretically get it, but we'll let them say. Storm count at 6. They're already like halfway there, more or less. They have to Gifts Ungiven again and find the kill, right? They can Past in Flames and Grape Shot us once, but I guess I need another Grape Shot in the bin. Oh, sorry, what? Look how far I face down or the card. Oh, that's a lot of text. Face down card, enter the egg. That's just another tutor essentially for Storm. That's neat. Opt. Looks like they're still trying to find the answer. And again, I guess they only need like 4 more spells and they just get to Grape Shot naturally. Pieces, oh, Puzzle, Ritual, 4 mana. Okay, so they should have it in one one more spell. So even if they just play Past in Flames again, from there they should be able to just play Grave Shot, I think is the unless they do something to make it safer. Yeah, they Past in Flames again just to make it safer, and now they're just going to cast more. So they have us Dead to Rights with Shot when they decide they're done. Yep, there it is. Okay, well, we learned something, which is always leave your Unsettled Mariner very alive. That's a mistake on Brian's part. But hey, we also got a class on how Storm works and how to play Storm. Bravo to our opponent on that one. Yeah, we're, come on, Miko, I want to concede. According to the rules, I'm allowed to concede at any time. Do not stop me. All right. I guess ley lines? Lines are good. That's about it. Darkheart Sliver, I mean, they could just kind of play around. So Hollowhead is bad. Hello, Telekinetic Slivers. Goodbye, Slivers. What's one more we can get? Maybe we can get rid of Sliver, because that doesn't actually help us. And yeah, I mean, we have now, 8 pieces of hate against them, so that should be ish. Let's see how she runs. All right, we get to play first. Aw. The question is this fast enough against them? Because we have nothing to suspend the Ancestral. I guess I might be tempted to keep this if we could suspend the Ancestral Vision, but we can't. Here's another 1-lander with the Ley Line. Now, the Ley Line only does so much, and we even have the Unsettled Mariner. I mean, let's be greedy. We're here to be greedy. Right? So we'll put the Hive Lord on the bottom, and we'll play the Ley Line out. And we'll just hope we find the second. If we find the second land, we have a plan in Sliver Legion. But for now, here's a little Gale Rider, and we just kind of cross our fingers that our next card is a land, otherwise we lose. All right, their first turn is nothing. All right, please be a land deck. I'm begging you. Yay, okay, we're fine. All right, and we'll cast us a Gemhide. Now we just punch them, and next turn we Unsettled Mariner. But I didn't want to leave that out to get punched in the face until we absolutely needed to put that out. Then again, next turn if we draw a land, we could just play Sliver Legion. They're opt. These look extra JPEGy on Midgo for some reason. They don't look like that in real life. They look significantly better. Midgo is always weird with what cards look good and what cards look like poop online. Some kind of Baral effect. Yep, Electromancer. So even though we found the Stomping Ground, I think we have to Unsettled Mariner to not, die. Try and use this to just kind of slow them down for a turn. And then next turn, we should be able to crash in and murder them. What's this? Oh no, is he just going to be able to go off? I mean, if he just goes off anyway on turn 3, there's nothing I can do about that. I had both hate pieces down. If I have both hate pieces down, they get us anyway. There's nothing I can do. You can only feel so bad about that against a deck like Storm, Storm is still a strong deck. It might not be in the meta right now, but it's still a thing. They're trying to find their way out of this too. Probably trying to find a Metamorphose. By the way, that you're hearing a water bottle. Oh good, they found the exact card they needed. I'm happy for you, opponent. I really am. I can even Gifts Ungiven now, which is neat. Oh, just another Goblin Electromancer. Okay, please have your turn be over. Galvanic Relay. That's a card I haven't heard of, but apparently it's from Modern Horizons 2. Glad that's a thing. Looks like he just got a Visions off the top of that, and that's really it. So, white, red, green, blue, black. Big bad. So next turn, we just clock them. I don't see any reason to cast Ancestral Vision, so we'll just attack with the Unsettled Mariner in the air for 5. I mean, at this point, if they get us, they get us. There's very little we can. But we do have flying huge creatures, and we're hoping that it's enough. So I suspect our opponent's turn is going to be a lot of nothing, followed by... Oh, no. Oh, they're getting right into it. We can just yield. I mean, so what he has to naturally do now is find enough things and win without his graveyard. So he needs to get up to a 20 storm count without using his graveyard. He does have 2 Baral effects or Electromancer effects, whichever you prefer to call them. So it's not completely undoable. I feel like it's going to be difficult though. Off of this, he wants to find either the Metamorphose or the Gifts Ungiven. The thing about Gifts Ungiven now is it's not super great because the 2 cards I just get rid of unless he bounces the Ley Line. So there are definitely bounce cards in Storm because you have to get the hate pieces off the board. So if he bounces Unsettled Mariner or Ley Line or both of them, then oh no, it was what I thought was going to happen. He did a lot of nothing and then he scooped. Okay, is there anything else we could possibly do? No, I think just naturally having the 2 hate pieces and magically drawing a land off the top of our deck is the best we can hope for. So they're going to get to be on the play, but let's try. All right. We really want to see them just mull to nothing. No white mana for the Unsettled, but 2 lands, 2 Ancestral. They're starting with 7. I think we're going to get greedy again. We actually have 2 lands this time, though. So there's the ley line. And we do just get to suspend an Ancestral Vision as well. So hopefully they go slow enough where the Ancestral Visions actually go off and we draw either a mana sliver or just a land that can produce 1. All right, what's our opponent up to? Land pass. I like it. They do. Okay, cool. So we are in the best possible scenario our deck can do. So we'll suspend that, yield through the turn, and then next turn we get to Unsettled Mariner, which hopefully knocks them off kilter enough. And then after that, we can even Necrotic Sliver, sacrifice Necrotic Sliver to kill their things. Man, our opponent plays a Shivan Reef. Like they're going for the pass, which is good for us. They might just have Remand or something for Unsettled Mariner. That's when it would have been great to actually have more Cavern of Souls, but again, budget is a thing. Sliver. I think we actually just play Unsettled Mariner. We hope really hard to, like, if this gets remanded, we feel real bad. Yeah, this is a remand. Oh no, it's consider. Okay. Whew. Okay, that feels better. They exile something. No, they don't. They just drew a card, and here comes Unsettled. Opt. Sure. They put a card to the bottom, which is good for us, and we have an Unsettled Mariner. We might cheese this game. I mean, and here's the other thing about Slivers. You'll notice I'm winning this game not with Slivers. I'm winning it with cards that are better than Slivers, but that's just the nature of Slivers right now. They're not super strong. They're fun. Don't get me wrong. It's stupid fun, but it's not what I would describe as strong. Thing in the Ice. Okay, that's one way to do it. So that ticks down to Dormant Sliver. I don't think we're a Dormant Sliver yet. I think we're at Necrotic Sliver. And we hope he can't flip Thing in the Ice. I think that's where we're at. Because if he can flip Thing in the Ice in 1 turn, which he's totally able to do, then we're kind of screwed. But if he can't, then blowing it up with Necrotic Sliver, I think is our best chance. So yes, I'll pay 2, and we'll go white, black, airs, Necrotic. All right, we yield through the turn. If they just flip Thing in the Ice, they flip Thing in the Ice. Because they could totally just have, you know, ritual, nonsense flip. But have to hope that they can't do that. There's 1 ritual. There's a bolt targeting the Unsettled Mariner. Fortunately, kills the Unsettled Mariner. They don't. Okay, so they're not going to flip it. There's another Gemhide. We can't play Gemhide and Necrotic, and I think we have to kill. Do we kill Thing in the Ice, or do we just kill their land? Is the question, actually. I guess if Thing in the Ice flips off their singular lands, we're kind of screwed. But like, we don't get to do both. Next turn, we get to draw 3. So we're definitely blowing something up. The question is, do we blow up the land, or do we blow up the thing? I think it's probably safer to blow up the thing. Trading creature for creature feels worse than trading creature for land, but, you know, is what it is. Next turn, we draw 4 cards, so that should be enough to hopefully do something cool. Oh, our opponent had nothing. Okay, and we get to draw a whole bunch of cards off of Ancestral. That's great. I would like to draw 3, thank you. Okay, so we're clearly just setting up for first Sliver next turn. So green, who cares, Gemhide, and then Gale Rider. And then next turn, we get to first Sliver, and then we have the Dormant Sliver to actually do the combo. As long as our opponent doesn't go off next turn, we should be in an amazing space. Ancestral Visions actually was banned in Modern at one point. For you people who haven't been playing Modern all that long. So it was considered too good to just have floating around, and you can see why, you know. Drawing 3 cards has always been too much, especially since the mana I paid for that was so long ago, I don't even care. That's unfortunate. So bolting the Gemhide means we don't get to go fully as crazy cuckoo as we wanted to, but we still get to do stuff. All right, so one of those, I have another. I mean, if they just keep killing it is the thing. Suspend another Ancestral Vision. If this game goes another 6 turns, then shame on both of us. All right, please don't kill my creatures. I mean, he really should kill the creature, even just in the dark. Goblin Electromancer. Okay, so we get the first Sliver, which is great. What would be perfect is if we didn't have to tap completely out to do it. We'll see. Mana weft. Okay, so we do have to tap completely out, but I feel like it's the right thing to do. So green, black, red, and finally white. All right. Of course, it's the worst one to hit. Here's Gale Rider. It was like the next card on top of our deck. We don't have haste, so we can't play more Slivers, but luckily for us, there's only one more Gale Rider Sliver in there, so we can only be disappointed one more time. Or our opponent could just win. There's another Shivan Reef. Okay, that's not good. Our opponent is in winning territory now. I mean, it's turn 8, and it took us 8 turns to press our advantage to do anything about it, so if we lose, it's entirely our fault. Opponent's having a nice long think. You always know you're playing a weird deck when your opponent has half the amount of time you do, because that means they had to make a lot of decisions they weren't used to, and we've just been playing meta decks, so we know exactly what we should be doing. It's a lot closer than the Tron match. Really? You want to give us another free Cascade? They might know that that's actually like how our combo works, but are they just gonna blow up the gem hide now with like a bolt? Grape shot. Oh, okay. So they get to blow up all of our creatures, but they give up completely on a grape shot. We have another mana weft in hand. Please draw another land tick. Another land is, we really just need lands to start hard casting stuff. You can hit us with Goblin Electromancer. I do not care. That is not how you're going to win, and you know it. How long until that ticks down? 2 more turns? All right, well, we found the land. Does that change anything? Because that would give us 3. So no, it doesn't change anything because we play Mana Weft. That can suddenly tap, and then we have 3. Everything's a 4-drop or higher. So we'll just cast Mana Weft as a basic Slivor. Slivor du jour. Our opponent has quite a bit of just removal, though, for our deck, which is kind of funny. So now we're good. Nothing to do with that. And we'll just hit our opponent for 1, because if he's going to hit us with his random dork, we'll hit him with our random dork. Take that, opponent. All right, and that also means now pretty much any land we draw, we can just hard cast the first sliver, and he can take out all of our slivers now. But see what he does. And okay, so he's going for it. We have nothing to do, so we'll yield. You know, opponent, you got us. If you're killing us, you're killing us. If not, we're here to enjoy the show. Opponent starts their turn with a Consitor. Storm count currently at 2. A Baral, that's scary. Galvanic Relay. Okay, so they're setting up for next turn. There's their Galvanic. So yeah, they have quite a bit. No, and you can just hit us. It's fine. So actually, one more turn, and we have another Ancestral Vision. We get to ooh. Do we just Unsettled Mariner? Pass. Actually, do we Dormant Sliver and then Unsettled Mariner? Draw 2 and try and go for the combo win. I think we have to. So first things first. Blue, green, black, who cares? You're now officially on the combo plan. Draw a card. Our opponent is probably confused as to why I just gave all my slivers defender, but little does he know that we're actually a combo deck too. And there's Lava Belly for next turn. But for right now, here's an Unsettled Mariner. You get to draw another card. Ancestral Vision. You hate to draw those. Then again, next turn, we're going to draw 3. So hopefully that gives us the land we need to combo. Again, we just have to yield because we got nothing at this point. All right, what do you got, buddy? It's the Steam Vent from Exile. I mean, totally possible. We're only at 12. We got dealt pretty decent damage at this. Visions for 1. That's scary. For an Opt, that's significantly less scary. Just casting Opt. Oh no, another Vision. Okay, we're back in Scary Town. Manamorphose, we're in Terrified Town. Heretic Ritual, we're in Poop Our Pants Town. Another Manamorphose. This is so bad. There's the Opt we knew about. We no longer know anything in their hand. Storm count at 5. I mean, if they Grape Shot, Remand Grape Shot, they just get us. Actually, Unsettled Mariner causes a bit of a problem, doesn't it? Our opponent is also in the unfortunate position where they could also just time themselves out. All right, they're going. Gifts Ungiven has to pay the 1, and they kill us if I give them the lightning. I feel like we just take the 2 rituals and bin those, and then they have a bolt and a land. But I feel like that's what we have to do. So we take the 2 rituals, and they have another land they can play now, which is not great, but is what it is. And bolt just deals us 3 just straight up, which is not great as well, because that means their storm count is very close to lethal. But depending on how many rituals they just naturally have in their hand, they could get us. But you pretty much never want to give your opponent rituals if you can help it. Empty the Warrens. Okay, we got us a game. That's your plan. So we have to Lava Belly 8 times. We absolutely take that. We kind of need all of our untapped things. All right, and much to my surprise, Ancestral Vision should be coming down, right? Yeah, so we are given the best chance here. Okay, there's the Haste Sliver 2. So we can play a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that gets the first sliver down. But we probably want to play Lava Belly first. Yeah, we can do both. So Bibbidi, Bobbidi, Boobity. That gets the Lava Belly. All right. So then we probably want to play first sliver. No, we want to play Cloud Shredder, then the first sliver. That deals another damage. Cascade, hopefully, into something where we going. So it's Cloud Shredder. We could also just draw Necrotic Sliver at the point. I mean, we didn't, could have. Okay. So black. This one. Oop, nope. Don't need 2 of any color thing. I guess we'll tap this guy. Now we hope really hard. That's not good. That might have killed us. Redscape Sliver. We have a Gale Rider in the bin. I guess we keep going. Please Cascade into another sliver. Oh, no, it's Ancestral Vision. Thank you. Cool. I think we're fizzling, guys. Oh, no, and that costs 2. Dude, not his mana cost because I'm an idiot. All right. I think we fizzled hard because we blocked 2. Yeah, no, we fizzled. Anything we can do. Hitting that ley line off the first sliver was the worst possible scenario. So I think, unfortunately, we're kind of donezo. Yeah, that's a really hard one to lose because we went really long. So let's get rid of some lands. We don't need any of this because we're gonna die, but that's a real hard loss, guys. Yep, live by the ley line, die by the ley line, I suppose. And they just swing. That is unfortunate. We just ran out of steam. Sorry, guys. Looks like we're going winless into game 3. All right, believe it or not, we won a die roll. Hopefully that means we can win a match. Sure. This seems fine. So we'll just play out a Misty, not let our opponent know what we're up to. First, starting off with a Bomble and Gotha. This is probably some kind of shadow. Yeah, feels kind of shadowy. What, opponent? You don't want to disrupt our hand? Do you think our Sliver hand isn't worth your thing? Guess we could use. When it draws a. Ooh, no, they have another Bauble. Ugh. There's Lava Belly. Well, that's gonna be out of the bag anyway, so we might as well cast our Cloud Shredder. Start poking them. Yeah, essentially, at this point, we're just trying to hyper out Sliver Legion. Takes a peek-see, and again, what our top card is. Urza's Saga. Fascinating. Oh, it's Asmore. It's not Shadow. Asmore is coming down. We have Harmonic Sliver, which will be good to this deck. Pitching as they had 2 Asmores? Wow. What's it like? So this guy on Soup du Jour. What are the chances that they're going to blow up the Manawef Sliver with Asmore? Like they decide that they need to sacrifice 2 food tokens and take out the mana. I'm hoping it's low. I'm hoping it's real low. And that they don't expect me to have a Sliver Legion next turn. Actually, I can play a Necrotic or a Lava Belly. So if I play the Necrotic, they definitely kill it. Oh, game has ended. Opponent just saw the Slivers and just ran away. They were so scared. Guys, they were so scared. That one doesn't count. New match. All right, and now that we have a game we probably have to play, we lost the die roll again. Thanks, Magic. As long as we don't draw lands, this hand's actually great. What does Sir Fat Shine play? Pathway. Ooh, Hardened Scales. Okay. That's a fast-ish deck. I mean, I should probably just stop saying that because I think every deck in Modern is fast now. Ooh, we drew a land. That's the last thing we wanted to draw. We'll play a Stomping Grounds tapped. No need to tell them what we're doing. Next turn, they'll understand anyway. We really need to not draw lands. We have all the lands we would like, opponent, and Magic Gods. Okay, they have the ward thing that just gets massive. No Ozolith? No Tron of nonsense? All right, so Cat's gonna be out of the bag anyway, so on to Sliver. Green and green. So next turn, so essentially in 2 turns now, either way, because we can go Manawef next turn and play out first and try and just beat them wide, I guess. Then again, they're gonna get so bloody, yeah, Jesus. That's a 4/4, that's a 3/3, grand. Please come in and smack us for 4, opponent. I'm inviting you to. Right, we get cracked and we draw Ancestral Visions. I suppose that's your idea of a joke. Unclaimed territory. And on Slivor. 4 is not 5, so we'll just go ahead and Manaweft. We're gonna get really conked in the face, but I bet we should do this now just in case we don't lose next turn. Because pretty much next turn, we probably want to play out Sliver Hive Lord just to essentially create just unkillable blockers. And then from there, the next turn we can first Sliver if we're still alive, but we'll see. We'll have 2 unkillable blockers. I don't think our opponent's deck runs any exile effects, but they're certainly going to have just a bunch of big creatures that are going to be problematic. Here's a Walking Ballista, so they can just shoot both of our mana dorks down and essentially end the game. Yep, they just decided our mana dorks don't get to exist, and they've decided this is not a fun game. Let's all stop having no fun whatsoever. No Sliver deck shall win. Unless it is the Morophon Sliver deck, the Magic Gods have made their voices heard. We get no fun at all. Gemhide Sliver. Okay, we're dead. Next. Okay, well, Harmonic Slivers, get on in there. Do we want the Pithing Needles? Probably not. Necrotic Slivers are probably fine too. So Diffusion Slivers, great. Gale Rider Slivers, okay. Hollowhead Slivers should probably just not be in the deck. Telekinetic Slivers also exist for me to take them out. Maybe we just run it like this. We just put in the Harmonics and we leave the Necrotics for a magical faraway place. Or we could take out 1 Ancestral and put in a second Necrotic. That's debatable. Like, how much do we want to kneecap our strategy here? I mean, I guess it's fine like this. We are going first, and we have our best chance of winning game 2 because we go first. Yeah, sure. No mana Sliver. Probably a Mull. No mana in general. Guys, I'm starting to think Slivers of all shapes and sizes, unless you're using a weird Morphon cheese deck, aren't good. They're not good in Modern at all. All right, let's try this again. That's the best we're going to get. So we'll put back the Breeding Pool, and we'll put back... I don't want Harmonic Sliver, but we can probably find another land, right? If we put back Sliver Hive, hopefully we find another land so that we can, like, turn 1, obviously we go get Breeding Pool. Suspend this. There's a Spire of Industry into probably Ozolith. Also, I just realized I fetched in... Yeah, Ozolith, great. I also just realized I fetched in such a way where I can't Cloud Shredder next turn, but I really just need to draw lands. Land. If I keep saying it, it'll be true. Okay, well, at least we get to play a Sliver. So, white, Unsettled Mariner. But now I absolutely positively 1000% need a land to blow up Ozzy Boy. Inkmoth Nexus, probably into... What would be the worst thing? Patchwork Automaton, that's not the worst thing. I also can't blow it up because of Ward, but if I could just blow up Ozolith, I'll be pretty okay with it. Please be land. Please be land. Yay! Polluted Courtyard on our boys. Those, and why not another one of those? And we get to blow up Ozolith. We'll attack with Patchwork Automaton being small, because next turn, if we find another land, we can actually blow up Patchwork Automaton. Another Patchwork Automaton, you say? Now it's a 2/2. I need more land because Ward is a thing. Come on, land. Show me. Punch me out here. Not how I'm gonna win this game. Land. Mana weft. Okay, that technically works. So one of those, into one of these, and then I can target that. We can even pay the Ward. Bing bong. Yes, I would love to pay. And now we get to walk on over and smack them a second time. So Harmonic Sliver, doing work, you know, keeping us in it. I still don't think we're winning, but keeping us in it. Hardened Scales, that's scary. We have the Wasp now. Hangerback Walker. Okay, well, that's a thing. Oh my god. And this is making it so hard to decide what to kill, because they're both problems. I sure hit us for 5. We don't care. All right, what do we draw? Ooh, we get to draw a whole bunch, don't we? Ancestral Visions, did you just save our game? I think you just saved our game. Ooh, boy. Okay, so a lot of things are about to happen. Let's play Secluded Courtyard on Sliver and see what actually works best. Because if we play Sliver Legion, and then we can play Cloud Shredder, we don't win, do we? But if we play first Sliver, we get to blow up Hardened Scales and keep some stuff up for defense. So and this one we probably 1000% need. So first Sliver, get to blow up multiple things. Please be something useful. Lava Belly, that's great. Lava Belly is exactly what we would chunk him, then blow up Hardened Scales. Here comes first Sliver, chunk him. We could pay the Ward, but they're just gonna pay with the Welding Jar anyway. So we'll just go ahead and blow up the Welding Jar, I suppose. There's a Regeneration Shield on that, which is fine. We dug him again. We still have things going on here, so Cloud Shredder. Gale Rider, sure. Oh, but Gale Rider gets us another Ancestral Visions, doesn't it? That's fun. Oh, that's neat. Douche. And whenever you cast an artifact spell, so we'll just blow up Hangerback. Turns into 1/1s, sure, but we get to blow up a 1/1 anyway. Okay, so we have 4 mana. If we play another Lava Belly Sliver, that might actually do something. Because then everything else deals 2 damage on its way in. So cascades into Fusion Sliver, which cascades into... Our opponent scoops it up. They see what we did. Cascade Slivers, undisputed winner of Game 2s. I think that's about the best we can hope. We really just need the Harmonic Sliver to come in and just deal untold damage. I think Ancestral Vision saved us there. Straight up saved our game. So let's roll the bones again. Well, it has the Harmonic Sliver, and it has a Mana Sliver, so I think this is a Keepskis. Ozolith, Ancient Stern. Okay, so that's actually the least threatening of their ones. Ozolith and Hardened Scales are definitely the most threatening of this. Urza's Saga? Still just makes artifacts, so that's fine by me. We have no turn 1 play. And again, we don't have a ton of turn 1 plays. It's either Gale Rider or Ancestral Vision. Right, Urza's Saga ticking up. Patchwork Automaton. Sure, why wouldn't it be? There's another combo piece. It's on Slivor. We play Cloud Shredder or Unsettled. I guess we play Cloud Shredder. If it dies, it dies. Let's come screaming in. Because we can blow up their Urza Saga, which is neat. That's pretty much what we're doing next turn. Hardened Scales, okay, so they're not going to get an Urza's token, which is stupid Wasp. Things are going to get real big real fast, though. And I think we do have to blow up Urza Saga, or else they just get a free Ozolith. We take our beats. A Dormant Sliver, sure. Yeah, I think we just go Harmonic. Like, we don't have a Mana Dork Sliver out, and that's my fault, but it actually wouldn't be doing a ton right now. So blow up the Saga. Boy, do I wish we could have gotten another Sliver out this turn to blow up Hardened Scales as well, but the breaks, them be them. No reason to attack. He's a flying 2/2. Actually, wait, can this thing fly? Yeah, it can fly, so we just won't do anything. Path on Harmonic Sliver. Yep, that's unfortunate. Go get us, actually it looks like a forest kind of moment. Straight up Path is annoying. That shows us that we should have used Unsettled Mariner and not Cloud Shredder, but oopsie poopsie. I mean, I'd be okay if this is the undisputed winner of when it gets to go first. And I am just unnaturally bad at winning die rolls, so, you know, take that as you may, folks. Pack Warrior Automaton. Deciding to grow that off of a thing they have to sacrifice. Yep. Oh, even though it's a lava thing, they still get to modular it? That's dirty. That's so dirty. That's so... Oh my god. So it looks like their sideboard card got our sideboard card. I think at this point we need to block. I think at this point we're probably pretty dead. Pretty dead. Gale Rider. So we can cast 2 Slivers if that's how we want to do it. And that sets us up for maybe living. There's that guy. There's this. So yeah, that's the best we can do right now, is just throw the Unsettled under the bus to not die, and hopefully we draw a first sliver that cascades into a harmonic sliver. Maybe the tickets to Magical Christmas Land are cheaper if I buy them this far in advance, but I feel like we die. Dude swings. We block the 7/7. Takes 6, so we have to win next turn, which won't happen without first sliver. And we just draw an unclaimed territory. And then we could probably just make fart noises with our mouth, because it'll probably be as effective as anything this hand can do. So if we Lava Belly and then Gale Ride, that's really our only hope. So that of that, did one of that. There we go. All right, and then our desperate stabbing is just to cast a Gale Rider. When it doesn't cascade into an Ancestral Visions, it's kind of bad, quite bad. All right, and yeah, that's a. So if he casts any artifact, we die. All right, he didn't have an artifact. We get put to 2, and then the only hope we have is first sliver. Anything other than first sliver, we lose. Sure, you can give us poison, opponent. You are allowed to give us as many poison counters as you want. All right, so swing out or not. No, there it is. We just Gale Rider's the most whateverable. We get 2 poison count. We'll be at 2, I think. Yeah, we should be at 2. Yeah. All right, we need first sliver right now. This is where these awesome YouTube moments are made. Come on, everybody, shake your. Aw, you didn't do it. You didn't do it, and I drew a breeding pool, which I can't even do anything with. So, okay, we're officially off the idea that we'll ever attack. Here comes a Dormant Sliver. All right, down, we'll draw a card. Unsettled Mariner Boy. We can cast Unsettled Mariner on the card, but he just gives... if we draw Gale Rider Sliver right now, another Unsettled Mariner. Unfortunately, we can't... we can cast it. It doesn't accomplish anything, because our opponent can just give the thingy flying and kill us. So we're just hoping that they don't see that. Oh man, this is a very interesting video, but it certainly is not a successful video. We are just getting our teeth kicked in. Walking Ballista for 2. You troll. You absolute troll. You could just give that thing flying and you know it. For the record, they're not putting anything in chat. We're here just waiting for them to see it. Destroy target artifact. Why are you doing that? Opponent, you do realize Unsettled Mariner states you can't just ping us, right? I take it back. This is the best video ever. Oh man, that's hilarious. Dude just screwed himself. Why did he do that? He gave up lethal. And now he attacks and we just give up on Dormant Sliver? That's amazing. You absolute fool. Please, first sliver, come on. If there's any justice in this world, we'll find the first sliver. Okay, everybody calm down. No first sliver. So let's get the Dormant back out, because we're certainly not attacking right now. Start our card draw again. That doesn't do anything. Well, another Unsettled Mariner makes it so that he has to pay 2 each time he tries to escape Sliver. You don't need that many. So, go black, Redscape. Yeah. Draw a card. Please be something useful. We could get that out. That would have been useful, but we're kind of out of mana. Okay. Actually, we can deal ourselves 2, and then we unlock 4 more mana. And we actually gain it back. That's probably fine. No, we don't, because we can't do red off of the tomb. So before I misplay, we'll just say no. And yeah, I think we just pass on that note. Our opponent decided he's a fan of the channel. He's a fan of the one guy on this channel, and he was going to let us live, you know, just live. That's all he asks of us. He's dealing damage to the Unsettled Mariner. He has to pay a whole bunch of mana to do it. Feeling a little bit of salting off at the moment. I feel like he did that wrong. Okay, that's 1 down, but I still have 1, and you only have 1 mana. You can kill the Gemhide Sliver. Not much more than that. In fact, I planned on putting the Gemhide Sliver in front of the train here. See, he's dealing 1 damage to that? Oh, because he can Springleaf Drum and do the other damage. Okay. We're still alive, though, because it'll be at 5 at that point. That was a real long 4 damage. Okay. So we're still alive. Killing the Dredgescape Sliver. Okay. You really kill the Lava Belly Sliver. Oh, no, he's just going to shoot it all down, and then he can kill us with Patchwork Automaton. Okay. Our opponent unpunted himself, but you can only be so upset at that. Now, sometimes Magic gets all upset. Can I draw cards? Misty first. Okay. So we probably would have taken it next turn, but that's not winning now, is it? Let's do one more. This deck is also not performing, but I'm hoping this is at least entertaining. And yeah, let's see what we can do next. For those of you keeping count at home, we've lost every die roll except for the guy who ran away. Okay, so what is this? Just another lose game 1, win game 2, lose game 3. This hand doesn't. No. Okay, yeah, and we can put back the 2 cards we can't cast. Now, it would be fine to draw either cheap slivers or lands. Opponent plays a signal that they're burned, but doesn't crack it, so that's fine. Oh, okay, we even get to get a sliver out. Look at us. So next turn, drawing a land would be fine, because we're going to play Gemhide Sliver, and then after that, probably first sliver, depending on what our opponent's up to. Oh, so it's just control. This is where we get bit by our budget, because we only have the 1 Cavern of Souls, Wall of Omen. Oh, so it's like a blink deck. I mean, hopefully it's just a blink deck, because then we try and outvalue each other. And I feel like Cascade might be better value. What do I know? Sliver. Give me the slivers. Okay, so those. Play out one of these. So next turn, assuming they don't kill our stuff, swing, we get to get down a sliver. Might even be Sliver Hive Lord, because I feel like our opponent might have Wraths. And yeah, they can just have things that exile Sliver Hive Lord, but we need to try here. All right, what are they doing? This looks like expressive. Spreading Seas. Buddy, that's not going to do as much as you hope. Portable Hole will, however. That sucks. All right, so our opponent just has a bunch of things they want to blink. There's definitely a million. A little too late, buddy. Sliver, cool. Those and those. Hope real hard. He lives. Live, little sliver, live. Don't get furied off the battlefield. Don't do that. Fury, why are you starting that fire? Fury, stop. So if our Gemhide Sliver lives, which I doubt, then we can put down something. Who knows what it is? Our opponent clearly has a hand just full of rabble. Flicker Wisp. Sure. Picking up Wall of Omens or picking up Portable Hole? Picking up Spreading Seas. Sure? I mean, all of our lands are identical. Yeah, sure. They did that to draw a card. Please don't bolt anything. Please don't bolt anything. Please don't bolt anything. Array. Okay, so I think we actually first sliver. Hopefully just outvalue our opponent. Telekinetic Sliver, sure. We just tap down one of their lands in their upkeep. I feel like that's better. The next turn we get to start on a high note with Sliver Hive Lord, but we get to see how far this goes. So we'll tap down the Rogran Triome on upkeep. Hopefully they like commit to Field of Ruin or something now. And as long as we don't get our island, that's actually totally fine. Fire? Ice, maybe? This looks like fire. Oh no, they are just blowing up land, which is fine by us because we have a forest. Aha! Take it. Hopefully that means their turn is more or less donezo. I actually have quite a bit. Never mind. They could still do so much. Tension Sphere. Probably on first sliver. That's fine. I have a Hive Lord. I'm pretty sure you'll be a little bit more afraid of. So swing with Flicker Wisp. Go ahead, do it. Oh no. Okay. Well, now all my creatures are indestructible. Another Sliver Hive. Hey, it's a land you don't like, buddy. Green, red, blue, white. I kind of wish this was another first sliver, but you take what you can get. So all of my slivers are indestructible now. We're at 20, they're at 14. All of my things fly. I say we just swing out. When in doubt, swing out. If they exile our thing and then Wrath, they exile our thing and Wrath. But eventually I do have to close the game out, and I'm just drawing 1 card a turn, and our opponent still has 4 cards in hand. So we got to do what we got to do. React Champion, that's fine. My guys fly. Detention Sphere, why? Why, opponent? Why do you not like fun? Why does no one like fun today? Lava Belly Sliver. I mean, that's annoying. I'll annoy my opponent. That's how I'm going to win. I'm going to demoralize them by just annoying the daylights out of them. Okay, so we've voided their Auriok Champion with our Lava Belly Sliver. We can tap down 3 of their lands, put them back to 3 lands. That might be helpful. All right, let's try it. I don't know. I've been playing this deck like an idiot, apparently. So let's try it and see what happens. All right, on your upkeep, buddy, let's just, that. And last but not least, let's get rid. Seems like you're doing a lot of white and blue things. Let's get rid of the white. Get rid of that. There we go. If only we had a Harmonic Sliver in the main to blow up those Detention Spheres and get our cool stuff back, but doing our best for shot and port impersonation at this point. Or is it, no, more like opposition, because tapping creatures. I can't tap my land. Didn't attack. That's interesting. Unclaimed territory. Well, let's do some math real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. So Silver Hive can actually create another sliver? That's funny. No, I say we just keep tapping down their stuff. So we'll pass, and upon upkeep, start tapping stuff down again. I don't think a deck like our opponents would have Bolt, so we're just gonna take out their island. They haven't been attacking, but the moment they attack, we can also just attack them back pretty hard because they're 10. Please shock yourself. Come on, you know you want to. I'm sure whatever white thing in your hand that's so important, like you need to do it now, right? You need to take that extra 2 damage, right? They decided they would rather not have a turn. All right, and I make a dude. I was kind of hoping they wouldn't see that so that I could get them. I'll ping them down. They'll gain a life. It's fine. Please be something useful. That's not useful. That's not useful at all. Yeah, we just pass. We just keep tapping down their lands because 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, that's not lethal. So we'll just tap down their stuff again. Tapping down things. Going really far. Using all my time. Gonna lose the game. Take that opponent. Don't know what your red's for. Don't want to find out. There you go. Tap all your lands. You don't need lands. You don't need lands at all. That's like the worst sliver ever. That looks nothing like a sliver. I don't know what it is about Wizards of the Coast, but they seem to like actively fear anything that doesn't have 2 legs. It's seriously the Star Trek itis, where everyone's like, oh my god, we can't have an alien that's not a biped. Ding. All right, and get another land. Let's get the Stomping Ground. All right, and we untap, and we draw. Gale Rider. So they'll have double flying. Okay, so I tap that down and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, still not 10, and we're still actually in no rush. So we'll Gale Rider, and Oriok Champion has really saved them, and we'll pass and we'll tap down all their lands again. All right, go to the upkeep and Tapita. And you guessed it, how about some Tapita? Might I interest in some Tapita? Oh, you know, I forgot something. How about I tap? Oh, silly me. I forgot something. It was to tap your last land. So, okay, this has certainly been a game. Opponent's still not swinging. Respecting the Sliver Hive, I suppose. Go again. Ooh boy, watch me go. Down, goes up, and I untap. Another Lava Belly. Now, doesn't that change the math? Because I tap that down, and then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we can get them, so we go boop, boop, boop. Lava Belly. Work with me here. Lava Belly out, ping, and then pong. All right, and then let's double check. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We should have lethal. Tap down the Flicker Wisp. Go to combat. Attack with all creatures. Oop, our opponent scooped. All right, so we actually won a game 1. Why not? Let's go to side. Okay, against enchantment artifact nonsense, you say. Those harmonic slivers are looking pretty good right now. So we'll take those. Telekinetic sliver won the game though, didn't it? Didn't it, Brian? That card you said was bad and you take it out every game? Won? It won you a game 1, you absolute pillock. Hollowhead can still come out though. I could still feel good about Hollowhead. Let's take out 1 telekinetic sliver. We only need 1. We need to get 1 more each. This is actually a hard cut. I guess we can give up on 1 Ancestral Vision and just get these guys in there. 1 land. Don't think I can do this. So this is good so long as we draw something of note. Let's give up on a unclaimed territory in case we just top deck a Ancestral Vision. Opponent, no turn 1 play. Fine by me. We draw. Ancestral Vision. Oh, okay, well, see guys, this is why you do this. So let's get the breeding pool and just suspend that. And this game will probably go long enough where we'll actually get to draw that. Next turn, we are just probably playing Gemhide, though. Get their Triome. Nothing like a good old Rogrin Triome. Sacred Foundry. Takes 2. Plays probably the, whoa, what's this? Spreading Seas. Sure, opponent. That's sure. Why not? Okay, ticking down. 3 more turns on that. Another one of those. That out on Slivor du Jour. And play Gemhide. Aha, your Pact of Negation does nothing, opponent. Next turn, Lava Belly. And start beats. I mean, unless we draw something like sweet. We draw something sweet and like next turn. Well, next turn we still wouldn't be able to cast it. But hopefully we draw something sweet in the turn after we're able to cast it. Huh? How about that? How about that, guys? How about winning a match at the very end? Oh, it's this. I'm sure this is something silly that I'm not gonna like. I don't like the colors he chose. Azorius is not something you want to see your opponent do. Could it be that one Linvala? Linvala would really hurt. Prismatic Ending, sure. Luckily for me, I have a second one of those. So he took his whole turn to, oh, and he got to play a land. But he took most of his turn to Prismatic Ending a single Gemhide. It continues to tick down, so there's what, 2 more turns now? Look, more lands. So luckily for me, blue is a color I use quite often, opponent. You see, you're not actually doing a whole lot. And I don't know if you feel silly, but you should feel silly. All right, so if you have a sweeper, I eat crow pretty much morning, noon, and night. But I'm hoping you don't have a sweeper. I'm hoping you just have like a weird kill my gem hide thing. Felidar. Oh, this is like a combo thing with Saheeli. I was just playing it as a natural blink creature. Oh, sure. Moving it over to Cavern of Souls for all those counter spells in your deck. On Big Sliver. Big Sliver. Mana-Whiff Sliver. Mana-Whiff Sliver is not big, but it is something that can do stuff. So, cool. Lava Belly. Ping our opponent. And green, ping our opponent again. We're really playing into a Wrath right now, but I'm hoping my opponent doesn't believe in it. Hoping he's a strict, non-Wrathy boy. Fly over the top, deal you another damage. Put you to 14, huh? What do you think about that, opponent, huh? Fear my little dorks. And see the nonsense this is going on right now? How we're doing our best and we're still losing? This is what was happening with just the normal Sliver deck. That one was just really hopeless. Oh god, is this Anger of the Gods? Don't do it. Oh, they had the combo. Okay, so the way this works is they create a copy of Felidar Guardian. Felidar Guardian then flickers Saheeli, and they do that 1,000 times. And that gets us... Oh, they're also going to have unlimited life while doing it. So we won't make them play it fully out, but we'll go through it a couple times to show you what it is. The really cool part about this combo is this could actually happen in limited. Even though those were from different sets, back in the day, there used to be something called blocks, which is something I now have to explain because blocks are a thing that no longer exists. So you used to have Magic sets that would be integral to each other. They would actually have a lot of mechanics that were very important. And when you would do draft, you would do 1 pack of each, or 2 packs of one pack of another, or, there's all different types of way you could have drafted these decks. And that's pretty much what has happened here is the Aether Revolt Felidar Guardian can react with the Kaladesh Saheeli Ride and go infinite. Now, a lot of people might say, well, maybe they were planning on doing that. No. This is the one time it actually came out where they didn't know. They completely missed this interaction. This interaction that, rolled through standard. Felidar Guardian ended up getting banned, but it continues to live on in modern. I don't think it's really played in Legacy, or at least I haven't run into it. I feel like there's easier ways to win, but this is essentially a 2-card combo that any Jeskai deck you run, just go ahead and throw it in there, and you can just win out of nowhere, as we are seeing right now. Actually, what I'm going to do while my opponent is busy kicking my teeth in is I'm going to look in my pile of stuff here and see what we're going to show off for the after wrap-up. So for those of you who normally don't stay for after the wrap-up, and for those of you who stayed here long enough to see me get destroyed, bravo. I show off all sorts of cool things at the end of my videos. So for the past 4 or 5 videos now, I've been doing that. And yeah, let me go see if I can find something neat. Now you might ask what qualifies as neat. I have some things I showed off in previous videos here, because again, if you're still here watching this while my opponent is just comboing off, then I think you deserve to see cool. So something I've shown off in the past is my Gamma test card. Let's see if I can get the camera to focus on that boy. So has the little unicorn on the back. I got an artist proof here from Rebecca Gay. So there's all sorts of things that I show off at the end of videos for those who stick around. It was meant to be like a bit of an Easter egg, but truth be told, I think if you're here this long, you deserve to know the Easter egg, because we're almost done at this point. What do you guys think I should play next week? Does anyone have any requests? Again, Pauper guys, if you have survived the video this long, you deserve another video if you punch it down there. I was thinking maybe Dredge. I haven't done Dredge in a while. I also have the Burn deck, a Burn but with Selection. If anybody wants to see Burn but with Selection, that's a deck I play in paper. I actually won quite a big tournament with that. This guy's still going. Can't actually see up there. This is, yeah, just really going into it. All right. They attack with 21 of them, which seems to be the amount to kill me dead. So we'll block just out of spite at this point and die. All right, one more. Pithing Needles in. Guess we give up on Dredgescape Sliver. I'm even going to give up Fusion Sliver and just try that. All right, we get to go first, so hopefully we get to prove that going first is awesome. No. Okay, that seems better. So we'll keep this. Put the Overgrown Tomb back. First turn, just kind of Sliver Saheeli Rye. Oh god, which one is it? Okay, it's just regular Saheeli Rai. Cool. So that'll stop that for a brief second. Next turn we mana weft. If they portable hole immediately, I'm gonna feel real sad. Serum Vision. Alright, and we draw a first sliver. Hooray! That'll be cool for later. For right now, however, let's go with, I guess the Temple Garden's good. Blue, white, Settled Boy. I want blue and white. Guy running the keyboard and mouse, what are you doing? Alright. Unsettled Mariner. Come on. We can do this. We can get one win with this ridiculous deck. Let's go. Oh, did they keep a one-lander? That would be a real anticlimactic end to this. Nope, they got to land. Okay, we're still in it. Portable Hole. Portable Hole targeting what? Pourquoi? Targeting the Unsettled Mariner. Seems correct. Boy, I wish we would draw a Harmonic Sliver. Okay. So, I think this is still the situation where we cast Lava Belly, because next turn we can cast Mana Weft and tap the Lava Belly. Now we hope they don't have more removal. Please don't have more removal. Aw, but I asked very nicely. Oh, that's fine. That does not do as much as you hope. It hasn't done much in every game other than draw you a card, but I suppose 2 mana draw a card is not the worst spell in the book. There's their land for turn. Like they have some sort of removal for Lava Belly. You know what's worse than losing a very long game? Losing a very long game where your opponent took so much more time than you. Feels real bad when that happens. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so they prismatic ending the thing, so they could just be planning on Saheeliing. We can't play what's its face this turn. Get it next turn. We are just kind of chunking them too. All right, so next turn clown music plays, but for this turn we ain't got much. Serum Visions. Okay, that's a good sign. Okay, Flicker Wisp probably picking up Spreading Seas to draw a card. What would be smart is to pick a Portable Hole to stop Mana Weft Sliver, but he doesn't know that yet. Again, I guess he lost game 1 because of the first sliver, so our opponent knows that first sliver is kind of how we win. Sure, turn it into an island, but it doesn't matter because we play blue. All right, draw anything cool? Sure do. But I honestly think first sliver is the correct move at this exact juncture. So here comes Big Bad. Ooh, that's neat. Now my thing has haste. Ho, ho, ho. Hi, I'm the first sliver. Here to rock your world. He can't play both Saheeli Rai and the thing next turn, so we're good to swing in like this. Okay, so take the block. And yeah, I think that means we win this one. So we actually win a match. It took, man, you have no idea how long it took between the abandoned first video and this one, but we did eventually win one, so that feels accomplished, I suppose. Perhaps was I okay? So I was sitting in the right place this video though. Oh, please don't have a wrath. Please don't be Wrath of God. Ah, me and my big dumb mouth. Well, we were gonna win a match, and then our opponent had a Wrath creature deck. Now we have Bupkis. They play Felidar Guardian. I'm gonna be so sad. Saheeli Rai, so they have the combo. Not a gosh darn thing we can do about it. Unless we draw a land, in which case Saheeli Rai gets rocked pretty hard. Looks like they're gonna actually kill my thing. Okay, so they're just gonna... Can I get a sliver that causes flying, please? Well, I get to play Sliver Legion, but I really do feel like they have the combo in hand. We'll make them have it. Yeah, you can gain a life. I'm not attacking your link. So they protect Saheeli. Can't actually do much about. Oh, they let us hit Saheeli. Okay, so we're not dead to the combo because they can't. Oh no, we're still dead to the combo because they just link it with the cat. Okay, no. Okay, we're still. Oh no, they can still. I keep getting hopeful that I'll actually win a match, but I feel like Saheeli Rai did that, and now they just play cat. Opponent don't. Well, I guess they're in the attack step, so we're still actually okay. Land. Probably safer to attack Saheeli with both creatures. Like I realize the Oriok champion can just block Sliver Legion, but unless they have a flash creature that I'm not thinking about, then the telekinetic Sliver should still beat up Saheeli Rai. Okay, well, see what your next move is, opponent. I don't like whatever this is. This looks Felidar. So they did have Felidar. What a weird situation. I need to stop drawing lands is what I need to do personally. I need to draw like first sliver or something. They're just gonna draw extra cards. Extra cards all day, every day. Don't have it. Oh my god! Really? This is how it ends. You have no idea how much that hurt. Ugh, that hurts so bad. We can't beat Diddly with this. We can't beat Diddly with the other sliver deck either. I realize you guys didn't see this. Oh, our opponent just scooped. Our opponent took the high road and scooped because they knew they couldn't win on time. But in their minds, they're the winner. All right, let's go to the wrap up. I don't know, guys. You tell me. Does that count as a win at the end or not? Our opponent probably would have timed out. That's why they just ran away. I'm also not going to count the one where the guy just saw we were slivers and clearly just went, not worth my play points, and ran away. But yeah, it's really fun. I'm sure you saw me smiling quite a bit playing the deck, but it has no throughput right now. You want to play slivers in modern, you really do have to play, you know what, let me even get it for you. You really do have to play this, the slivers Morophon combo. And I don't consider this much of a slivers deck. It's a really good deck, but even in the art that they drew for this video, it's Morophon and Sorin. It has nothing to do with slivers. The slivers are just a means to an end. Because for those of you who don't know, essentially you put Morophon into play as a vampire because it's a changeling, so it's everything and everything all at once. Then all of these guys become free, you have 1,000 tutors, and you just alpha strike. However, coming back to reality real quick, what we have here is a really funny pile of cards, but a really uncompetitive pile of cards. And sometimes that's fun to do. Sometimes you just want to play it to see if it'll work, to see if you can make it do stuff. But I think slivers are never going to be tier 1 ever, 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 ever. And the reason for that is wizards are afraid of tribals. They see what happens to tribals deck when they're not trying to do tribals. How powerful is humans? How powerful is goblins? How powerful are elves? How powerful are merfolk? And merfolk they kind of tried to do. Like humans, they didn't expect that to happen. And the only reason humans isn't in the meta is because of Fury, which takes just so much stuff and just invalidates it. But yeah, I mean, I had a fun time. I hope you guys had a fun time watching. Just remember, if you ever want me to play anything or recommend something, please email me at HeyDummyPlayThis@gmail.com. That's HeyDummyPlayThis@gmail.com. Now, next week, I got a couple ideas of what I might do. Might do something a little bit more competitive because it's kind of a burnout to play so many hours of slivers and get 0 wins. But hey, them's the breaks. And as always, for those of you who stay to the very end, I always try and find something cool in my collection to show off. And this time it is a simple deck box. Now, this deck box here was actually made by Ultra Pro. Nobody saw that. And for wizards. And what this box is a little top 8 box. So super quick story time for those of you who care. When I was living in Jersey City, there were a couple different shops I would frequent. One was called Montesey Games. I think it's still there. I loved it back when I used to live there. They had Modern, they had Standard, they had Legacy every week. Oh my god, I used to play so much Magic there. But the only Standard meta I ever really played outside of childhood was the Dominaria, Kaladesh kind of era of Standard. And while I clearly didn't win, I did top 8. And this box came back with me during my last adventure to the United States to see my family and stuff. And this box is also proof that you need to check every last card when you're going through what you think is your jank. And the reason for that is, if we open Mr. Box here and we take out the contents inside, this was just a pile of cards that was sitting in storage, essentially, from when my folks moved out of the house I grew up in. And I came there, I had to sort through stuff. And yeah, just right off the bat, right on top, is Chalice of the Void. An original printing Chalice of the Void. I know it looks all burnt out. That's just the stage light. But yeah, no, it's a perfectly fine Chalice of the Void, and just the whole pile of cards just full of playables. Things that absolutely weren't playable back in the day are certainly playable now. And in this pile of what was absolute garbaggio. So remember, folks, check your piles of chaff before flinging them out. Who knows what might be living in there. Thank you guys very much for coming along this journey with me. I don't know if we'll see modern slivers again, folks, unless I can find a particularly interesting way to play them. Playing them normally just doesn't work. Even this fun little Cascade deck, it's fun, but it doesn't work. And yeah, hopefully those of you who aren't subscribed, I've earned your subscription today, and I will talk to you all next week. Later.